For years and years, starting in 2007, I was reviewing a lot of expensive in-ear headphones, a lot of custom molded-to-ear headphones, good stuff. Every month there was a new set of headphones for me to review. It seemed like it would never end. And then, starting maybe 3 or 4 years ago, actually, maybe 2 years ago, it started to slow down a lot. And then it slowed down even more, and then it slowed down even more, and then months would go by where I didn't review a single in-ear headphone. And I haven't really thought about it other than it's kind of sad that there was all this energy in that segment of the market and it's just kind of gone away. But in the background of all that were these Chinese companies making, decent quality in-ear headphones. FiO, I reviewed a bunch of FiO in-ears. Very nice headphones, nicely finished, really cheap, starting like around $25. Then they started to make more expensive ones like the FH5 and FH7. I reviewed the 5 here. It's $250 headphone. Gorgeous headphone, beautifully made, really nice sound. It's $250. But then I did have this pile of headphones, in-ears from a company called Tin HiFi. And they make a lot of models with very similar model names, so it's easy to get them mixed up. But last week or so, I started to dig through this pile, and I was listening to the T2, which I liked, and I listened to the P1, which is I guess their flagship or near their flagship. The P1 is a platinum magnetic in-ear. Really stunning build quality. It's $160. I liked it, didn't love it. So yeah, it's very clear, but it has no bass. It's just kind of too much of a one-trick pony in the clarity department and doesn't do anything else particularly well. At least I felt so. So even though the price is nice, didn't want to review that. But this is the T2 Pro. And the T2 Pro is $60. Price is right. Build quality. These are machine metal earpieces, silver-plated copper cable. This is the other end of this cable is allen. Really, really, really nice for a $50, $59 headphone. I've seen this is nicer than most $500 cables and connectors. So we're off to a good start. Now the connectors between the cable and the earpieces are MMCX connectors or MMCX knockoffs because the fit of how they connect and disconnect is a little dicey. Not that it's not making a good connection, it just seems a lot harder to connect and a lot harder to disconnect from each other. So maybe the tolerances aren't so great. But I didn't have any problems with losing signal, which is the unforgivable problem, right? But no problems there. The fitting and unfitting parts are not so great. But here's the thing. The sound quality is phenomenal. Oh, before I go any further, I should say that in terms of tech details, like what's going on inside these headphones, well, if they're telling, they're not telling me. So I think it's a dual driver design. I think it's 2 dynamic drivers, but I don't know. Impedance seems to be 16 ohms, but tech spec details are skimpy, to say the least. But who cares? It's what it sounds like that matters. And $59. $300, $400, $500, $600 headphones don't necessarily get to what this thing does well. And what the T2 Pro does well is it is mega detailed. It's super transparent and clear in the mids and highs. As Tin HiFi says, the treble is emphasized. It's a funny thing for a company to say, but they come right out and say it. So it's a treble emphasized design. So it is bright. Yes, it is. So if you don't like bright, stop now. See you later. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show. Come back tomorrow because there'll be another video. But if you're not into bright, or if bright is a major turn-off, probably not your cup of tea. But it's not the kind of bright that hurts. It's not overly emphasized to the point of being harsh or irritatingly bright. It's just bright emphasized. So what can I tell you? But in terms of sounding open, clear, detailed, high res, check all those boxes, this puppy does it, and it does it really, really well. I listened a couple of different ways. I listened with the headphone going straight into my iPhone 8 with this connector guy here. Oh, can't find it. But the Lightning to 3.5 millimeter connector. So I went straight into my iPhone 8, but I also played it with the iPhone 8 and the Audio Quest Dragonfly Cobalt. Say that 3 times. D to A / headphone amplifier. That's $300. I reviewed it recently. I will link to that in the description box directly below this video. The Dragonfly definitely upped the ante in terms of what the T2 Pro can sound like. So, you're saving so much money on the headphones, bring for a nice headphone amplifier. But seriously, I enjoy the sound a lot just going directly out of my phone through that adapter, and I had no worries there at all. Excellent. Now, isolation from external noise in the busy New York City streets and subway, I'd say it's average, maybe a little below average. The T2 Pro comes with a ton, 10 different types of ear tips. So chances are you'll get a good fit. Warranty is 1 year, so that's about average for inexpensive, or actually a lot of headphones. So in all those areas, the non-sound areas, it's very average, except for build quality, which I still think, even if it's not checking every box in the quality department, still really good. So there's this guy Philip Bailey. I don't remember how I found his music, but it's kind of jazz, R&B, bluesy, more jazz than anything else. But his latest recording, Love Will Find a Way, is a really exceptional sounding recording and really good music. And I spent a lot of time with that, and the T2 Pro, definitely a keeper there. I listened to a lot of synth electronica that John Darko on his YouTube channel that he talks about all the time, and it's a lot of German music, so with names I can't pronounce. So I will just link to a few of those albums that I listened to. Okay, so there aren't going to be big breakthroughs in the sound of mid high end and with mid high end and high end in-ear headphones. That ship seems to have sailed, of stuff that I'm truly getting excited about. But I'm now excited about the low end of like under $100 high quality in-ear headphones. And Tin HiFi has really knocked one out of the park with this one, the T2 Pro. So there you have it. My name is Steve Guttenberg, and I am the Audiophiliac. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show, coming to you 5 or 6 or 7 times a week. Check it at least 5 or 6 or 7 times a week, and check out my Twitter at AudiophiliacMan. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like this sort of thing. Share these videos, like them, give them thumbs up. Do all that social media stuff that the kids are into, and I will see you back here again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.